Okay, let's stop.
Stop recording.
Stop. Oh, nope. Hello. Hello, and welcome to this episode of Neighbors Cooking. I'm your chef and host, Mitch, the Recipe King. And today I am going way outside my comfort zone for the show recipes. We are going to be making a habanero, peach, bourbon, butter, pork belly dish. Say that 3 times fast. I can hardly remember it. But it's a little outside because normally all of my recipes when we're doing the live show we can complete in 30 minutes. This recipe takes a little bit more time, and I'm going to go over it with you after we get our guest on. So before we start, I'm going to bring on my guest. She is an amazing person. Now you all know that I have an amazing audio and video guy that comes in and helps, Sonny Von Cleveland. He has this amazing story. He just finished a tour across the nation. But today we're bringing on his wife, Claire, and she has an amazing story. Not only has she worked for Fortune 500 companies, she has started a nonprofit called the Von Cleveland Foundation, and within that they have Frisky Business, which is a cat refuge cafe, if I'm saying that correctly. I'm going to let her explain it more. But she's also a trained chef, so she's going to put my skills to the test today. So come on, Claire Von Cleveland. Hello. Oh, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So you've heard lots about the show. You've seen
Yes,
the show because
yes,
your
I
husband is one of our behind the scenes guy.
Yeah.
And we're going to have you here so people can see you.
Remove the camera.
You know, production. Sonny never
You
tells
can't
me
get
until
the
it's
help.
time. You cannot get good help.
Cannot get the help.
So you are a trained chef.
Correct.
You went to school in London.
Yes, so I was in corporate America for 20 years, living in London, and I did not enjoy it. Successful, but didn't enjoy it. So for my sanity, I went to cooking school for 5 years.
And see, we were the opposite. I went to
Yeah.
cooking school first,
Yeah.
realized I had no desire to work in a kitchen and went into corporate America. So our careers kind of were flip-flop of each other. But for me, when I finished culinary school, I had no desire. I left
And I have no
said,
desire for restaurants either.
yeah, so we're equal on that.
But I would love to cook.
You love to cook, and I learned something about you today that your husband didn't tell me, that you're actually a vegetarian.
Pescatarian.
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 So you'll eat fish,
Absolutely.
shrimp, and
all that good stuff.
all the good stuff.
I'm totally cool with other people eating meat.
All right, and you can handle meat, of course, because you're a chef.
100%.
So we're going to have to make some pasta for her when we're all done today. But I'm going to have you start to help me with this dish.
Okay.
When was the last time you ate meat, or even handled meat, cooked meat?
15
Not counting
years
Sonny.
ago? Maybe, yeah. Oh my. I've been saying in England, have a day off.
Have a day off, right? All right, so I'm going to have you help me. I'm going to go over the ingredients real quickly with people. I'm going to have you come over here.
Okay.
So you can start when we get started. So first things first, I think you can see this, can you not? Yes? So we're starting with a pork belly. For those of you who don't know what a pork belly is, it's bacon. So basically, if you're looking at this from the side, you can see that it's clearly bacon, but it's the best part of the pork. So I'm going to hand this over to you, Claire. I'm going to have you start to score this.
Do you want to know something?
Yes.
Back in the day, this is what people who didn't have money ate. in
Yes,
London.
it is.
And then it became shishi and fancy.
Right, and it's also very inexpensive. So if you're buying bacon, you're buying it at probably 20 bucks a pound when you really average in and you get 10 pieces in a pack.
Yeah.
This was about $14 for the whole pork belly.
Oh, wow.
So it's a very good deal. Go to Stater Brothers, get your pork belly. But it was really delicious, and it'll be very, very good. So you're going to score this for me.
Yep.
Over the top of it, we're going to put about 2 tablespoons of kosher salt.
Yep.
And then you're going to put it with lots of pepper.
Yep.
And then we're going to end up putting that in an oven for 325 degrees for 90 minutes. That's where it comes outside of my normal recipe. So you start with that,
Okay,
and we'll just have you come to the end of the counter here.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to go over everything else that goes in this recipe. So we're going to use about a cup of fresh peaches or canned peaches or frozen peaches. I'm using frozen peaches because I couldn't find fresh peaches that were ripe enough to use. If you can find some ripe peaches in your store, certainly get them. Or if you're going to plan on this in advance, get the peaches and let them ripen out on your counter for a few days so that they're soft. We're using frozen peaches. In addition to this, so this is the glaze that is going to go onto our pork belly when we're done. We've got about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, about 3 tablespoons of honey, 3 or 4 habanero peppers. Those are these little yellow peppers. You can either leave the seeds in or take them out. If you leave them in, it's going to be much hotter than if you take them out. We've got 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, another couple of tablespoons of sugar, some smoked paprika, and some pepper. That is going to be our glaze that goes on this dish. When we're done, and while that is cooking, we're going to make a butter whiskey sauce that will be incorporated into the glaze. And that's just a half a cup of whiskey, 4 tablespoons of butter, a little bit more honey, about a tablespoon, and about a teaspoon of salt. Now, if you don't want to use sugar, the brown sugar, you could use coconut turbinado, you could use any other sugar substitute that you want, and you of course could increase the honey and take the sugar out if that's what you wanted to do also. So while Claire is scoring that and getting the salt in for us, I'm going to start just by, where'd my knife go?
I might have stolen it.
That's okay, I've got plenty. So we're going to just cut these up. How do you like spice? You love spice. And
I lived in Asia for 5 years.
Sunny likes
I
spice.
like spice.
So we'll leave the seeds in. I know Joe likes spice. So we'll leave the seeds in. We're going to cut these up into small pieces. So you don't want, get my hands right here, you don't want to have super big pieces. So you're just going to cut these finely. That's not my worst knife. I'm going to get my other knife out in a minute. So just small little pieces. So what was your favorite thing to cook when you were in cooking school?
Fish. Like, I mean, hence I've become a pescatarian. But you know what? Squid.
Squid, really?
So squid, it took us months to figure out how to cut a squid without getting the squid ink into your pasta dishes.
Right.
And I know it looks disgusting, but it's amazing. I love it. So, and then we did a whole semester on Thai food, and I love Thai food.
You know, well, my first 6 weeks in culinary school was sauces.
Yeah.
Béarnaise sauce, white sauce, you know, all the hollandaise sauce. And I swear I made those sauces so many times and had our instructor say, no, do it again. No, do it again. Eggs would curdle, whatever it was, it was a challenge. And sauces are really the basis to French cooking.
Yeah.
That will be the first thing you normally learn in culinary school are your sauces. So
and your knife skills.
Knife skills.
Did you get a bucket of potatoes too?
Yes. I'm not that fast cutter anymore. I cut fingers.
Yeah.
In fact, today I cut a finger
That's
practicing.
the rule. When you cut,
yes.
always claws in.
But your natural inclination is to hang on.
Yeah.
So.
He doesn't. No, I'm just
Oh
saying.
no. He's going like this.
He scares me every show.
So
Did I put enough pepper for you?
Enough pepper, enough salt. So
perfect.
What we would do with this is we would put it into an oven. So when we say scoring, what you're doing is across the meat, you're cutting, and some people would cut this way also. And then you're going to put that salt and that pepper and get it down into the crevices so that you're going to get all of that crispiness. That's what causes the crispiness when we bake it in the oven. So I'm going to put that off to the side just for a minute. We've already finished one, and I got to get another knife out for you. There we go.
Can I steal the tea towel?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right. So we've now taken this out of the oven. It was in the oven 325 degrees for about 90 minutes. It's just started to get brown. And we're going to cube this up into little 1-inch cubes. So I'll have you start that process.
Okay.
So you could also put this into a pressure, so bite-sized pieces. So let's go a little bit, So you could also put it into a pressure cooker, but you wouldn't get the same crispiness out of it. I prefer to put it into the oven for that 325 for the 90 minutes. It will be completely cooked through, but that crispiness is going to come.
That kind of size pieces?
Yeah, that's about perfect, yeah.
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 Okay, perfect.
So that crispiness is going to come when we put it into our pan that we already have heating up here. Should probably turn it down a little bit because it's going to sizzle. When you put this into the pan, you're going to put it in with just a little bit of olive oil just to get it started. There's lots of fat on pork belly. That is the whole point. If you like bacon, you will love pork belly. It is the reason that people love bacon in every community, in every place in the world. Claire and I were sharing, because we're both from England, that
He's from the north, I'm from the south. Northern monkey.
Chelsea and Arsenal.
Southern fairies.
So I'm from the Manchester area. She's from London.
Yeah.
And they are uniquely different in a lot of different languages and accents.
But friendly rivalry.
Friendly rivalry, absolutely.
Kind of like the north and south in America.
Yeah,
I guess.
kind of that, or the Mason-Dixon line, I suppose, would be another
Yeah.
example. But we all love each other. We all have a great time. But certainly different flavors, and just like anywhere else in the world, there's a lot of different recipes and ways to do things. But bacon was pork belly was the poor person's alternative to red meats. A lot of pork gets eaten in England. It is a staple. And so we've cut this all up into little bite-sized pieces. So, you could make them smaller, a little bit
Do you
bigger.
want me to make them smaller?
No, you're good.
Yep.
So if you were going to add this, for instance, depends on how you're serving it. If you were going to put this into sliders, you would cut it up into smaller pieces.
Right.
We're going to put it on top of jasmine rice, so these are perfect pieces. So I'm going to have you carefully put it in this here, and we're going to start crisping it up.
Okay.
So careful, it's very hot, it's going to sizzle. There you go.
Oops, lost one.
Oh, Benny. All right. I'll take that from you. And you're just going to start getting that nice and brown
Yeah.
and crispy. So in order to get it crispy, we don't want to turn it constantly. We want to give it a minute. If you want to put the lid on it when you're doing that,
Yeah.
you can, just to cut down on the noise, because the microphones pick up everything. But this will take about 3 or 4 minutes to get it crispy. While she's doing that, I'm going to start our bourbon butter sauce. So I'm going to get this. Ooh. All right, we're going to get this going. So for the bourbon butter sauce, we're going to put in 4. Can I get past you just for a little?
Absolutely.
That won't work. All right, so we're going to take our butter, 4 tablespoons. We're going to put that into our pan, and we're going to start that melting. We're going to get it bubbling, so we want this butter to turn to an amber color. So not burnt butter, not brown butter. Look that up, Benny.
So you've got that on a medium-low?
I've got, medium low. So the pans I use are unusually warm. They cook at a hot level.
Yeah.
So these are cladware, so there's stainless steel, cast iron, and then the Teflon on the top. So these are Gordon Ramsay's cookware.
Now, do you want me to turn this or just
Yeah,
leave it?
no, let's turn it up a little bit so we can start really getting it to crisp up.
You want crisping up on all sides
I
or
want
just where the...
crisping up on all sides.
Okay, cool.
So just like bacon, it'll take a minute.
Yeah.
There we go. So we've got our butter going. We're going to get it nice and frothy. There we go. And you don't want to burn this, because then you'll have a terrible flavor. Burnt butter is only good in certain things, or brown butter. So you can see this is starting to froth up. We're just going to let it cook until we get a nice amber color. If you don't know what amber is, it's the caution sign on your stoplights.
It's a nice golden color.
It's a nice golden color, yeah. So we're going to get that going. It doesn't take much. Can already smell that bacon, says Mitch to the pescatarian.
No, I'm totally cool. You enjoy. Don't you worry about those little piggies.
I will not worry about those little piggies that went to market.
I'm just saving to buy a farm, but don't worry.
I would never eat a cat. So tell me a little bit about your business, Frisky Business.
So we are two parts business. We're one just a normal coffee shop.
Yep.
And we have organic fair trade coffee, female-owned farms. I come up with some unique recipes for my coffee. I'm really proud of that coffee. All of our baked goods are from Aspen Mills Bakery.
Love Aspen Mills. Marty is the greatest guy.
He's the greatest guy ever.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
amazing.
If you haven't been to Aspen Mills, you've got to go check it out. Marty is such a community-spirited person. He's a good human.
He's given me lots of advice about our business.
Yes.
Now you may wonder why, as a chef, why I would be baking my own stuff. Because it's too damn difficult running a business and 12 cats.
I don't bake.
Oh, I bake. I'm an awesome baker, but I don't have time for that.
There are people that are bakers, there are people that are chefs. Baking is too much of a scientific process for me.
I just don't have time, so that's why
let's start to turn those. So we can see here we've got this nice kind of amber color going on with the butter. So it's kind of when the butter oils and the cream that's in the butter kind of start to separate.
And we'd say the same with the bacon. It's getting a bit of the belly, I should say. It's getting a bit of a golden color.
Absolutely. And there's tongs there if that's easier for you. All right, so we've got this nice brown butter. We're going to put in the whiskey. Yum.
You burning it off the alcohol? Or?
Burning off the alcohol. I'm not going to start a fire because it'll probably start a fire.
So we're a coffee shop. But,
ooh, there we go. We are going to start a fire.
Nothing to see here, folks.
All right, there we go. Oh. Yay, love that. I actually hoped that would happen, but then it did. We're going to put in our honey. And then we're going to put in our salt. And as with all things, we're going to take a little taste. Go ahead. So you have your Frisky business.
So we've got the coffee shop, and then we've also got a mid-century modern lounge. It backs onto the mountain at the bottom of Rimrock Plaza. And we always have 12 cats at any one time from the Palm Springs Animal Shelter, and they live there until we get them good homes.
That's amazing.
We've been open 2.5 years, and guess what? You're the first people are going to find out. Our 142nd adoption today.
Congratulations.
So I haven't even done a post about that yet.
So do they adopt right from your, like they pick up right from your facility?
I'm a foster on behalf of the shelter. We do the paperwork on behalf of the shelter. I collect the adoption fee, send the money back to the shelter. I'm foster mommy until I get them good homes.
Does it make you sad when they leave?
Sometimes I cry, but I know they're making room for the next one.
There you go.
I have a lot of time to shelter. They're amazing people.
Whoops.
Should we turn it down a bit?
Sure.
Do you think?
Sure. There we go.
I'm not sure if we're...
So I think those are probably brown enough. So we're going to take those out and put them into, no, leave it on.
Yeah.
Just take them out and put them into that stainless steel pot. And we're going to go on with the rest of the ingredients that go in this dish. There's a slotted spoon there if it's easier.
No, that's all right.
All right. So go on.
Do you want the oil or not?
We're going to pour some of that oil off.
Okay.
So we're going to keep some of it just to help with the glaze.
Yeah.
So how many cats?
142.
142.
You heard it here first, folks.
Well, I know for Jason that makes him very happy.
Because we take the harder luck cases from the shelter. We take the ones that, maybe have been from hoarding situations, or maybe they've been in the shelter a long time or being overlooked, and we rehabilitate them. I've got one hospice kitty there.
Hospice kitty.
Yeah,
so what's a hospice kitty?
So he's not going to have a long life. He's been with me for 7 months now. Nobody's going to adopt a cat that needs medicine 3 times a day. So the shelter very kindly give me the medicine to give him 3 times a day, and I'm letting him live out his days here.
That is beautiful. So I am going to...
Keep it on or off?
Keep it on. I'm going to pour off some of that grease. All right.
And we love Jason. Shout out to Jason.
Jason's been on the show.
Oh, yes?
He has. He was on one of my first shows, actually, when I was on America's Favorite Chef. In that competition, he was one of my first guests.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to start off with our peaches.
Oh, wow.
You start stirring those around. There you go.
And again, you did frozen peaches.
I did frozen peaches.
And you know what? Frozen fruit is just as good as regular fruit.
It's just good as regular fruit, and we know it's going to be soft and it's not going to be all crunchy. We're going to add in the habanero peppers.
Okay.
Start to blend those together. What do we want
So
there?
now tell me something, Mitch. Where did you get this recipe from?
Actually, I made this a million years ago, and it just came to mind the other day, and I was like, oh, I've got a chef coming on. It'll be much easier for me to do this with a chef who's a pescatarian. We're going to put the rice wine vinegar. We're going to put in our brown sugar. So this is the glaze we're creating. First, we're going to put in some soy sauce. Just keep blending.
So is this an Asian dish?
I wouldn't call this an Asian dish, maybe Asian inspired, but it's very much an American dish. Honey.
Are we going to caramelize this up a
We're
bit?
going to caramelize it up a bit. Do I need to turn it up a little bit?
Yeah, maybe.
There we go. Where's my little, there we go. Get the rest of this good honey.
And how long are we doing this on the stove?
Just a couple minutes. We're going to add the pork back in
Yeah.
as soon as we get this all blended and going and get it glazed on. We're going to add smoked paprika. A couple tablespoons of salt again. If you're not a salt eater, you can use a salt substitute, but salt and pork naturally go together. And about a tablespoon of the pepper. And more sugar. There we go. So that's all blended together. Oh my God, that smells so good. I'm gonna take a little taste.
So one day we have to.
Spicy.
I asked Mitch his favorite dish, and he said roast beef and Yorkshire pudding.
Yes, I love. My mother made the best Yorkshire pudding in
And
the
since
world.
we're both English, we're gonna have to do that together.
I would love to
can
do
make a
that.
mean Yorkshire pudding.
You know, I can't.
You
I mean, I
can't?
make it, but my mother, for some reason, always puffed up into beautiful, crowning.
The secret is the goose fat.
Well, that is true. So in England, most Yorkshire pudding in England is made with goose fat. Here in America, we don't get goose fat very easily.
No, you do with olive oil, and it doesn't puff up.
It doesn't puff up. So because you put your oil in your pans, you put it in the oven, you get it very hot, and then you put your batter in, and it sizzles and starts to rise right away.
Can you get goose fat in America?
I don't think you can.
Okay.
The other thing I like my mom made was, it was called toad in the hole, which was basically
Yes.
sausages and Yorkshire
Yep.
pudding, which was really delicious. So we've got that going. Let's put this pork back in and get that all glazed in there. And then our final touch once we glaze that on. So we're doing a combination of spicy, the habanero peppers, which my first bite was very spicy. I'm a baby when it comes to too much heat. But when we add this whiskey butter sauce on top of it, it's going to kind of
Like a
blend.
sweet and sour?
Like a sweet and sour. So we're going to add our butter sauce. And we're going to get that going. That looks so good. I'm going to take one more taste.
So are we wanting this sauce to thicken?
We want it to thicken a little bit. Oh my God.
It should be thick, or you all right?
Woo! I am sweating here in the kitchen. So I should have taken the seeds out, be forewarned.
Because the seeds are always the spiciest.
The seeds are the spicier. That's what really adds that heat. So it's okay. It will mellow out in just a moment. So while she finishes that up, we're going to get ready to plate it. I know this seems very rushed today because I was trying to get a lot in, but I think we're doing good. Where are we on time, Joe?
25 minutes.
25 minutes, man. We just still did it in 30 minutes. That's amazing.
Oh,
All right, so we're going to take some rice. Like I said, if you wanted to do sliders, you would cut the peaches up into smaller pieces. You would cut the belly up into smaller pieces so that you could put it on a bun and make a slider out of it, or a sloppy joe kind of thing instead of sloppy joes. It's kind of an elevated dish for
And
almost.
is peach the only option, or would you do another fruit? Or peach is the
You could
best?
do cherry.
Okay.
So you could do cherries in it if you wanted to. Peach is the option I have, but you certainly could do peach. I'm going to take this from you. That's coming along beautifully. We've got some jasmine rice here that I already cooked. And hope that it's done, actually. Well, Sonny's going to be the taste tester, so when he crunches it. All right, and then we're going to add a couple of other ingredients for the topping. I don't have another tray, so we'll just do this right on the counter. We're just going to cut up some green onions. That's the beauty of having granite counters, is you can use it as your chopping block. We're going to add some sesame seeds, which I put here. And I'm going to take a piece of lime that we're going to sprinkle a little bit of lime juice over the top when we mix it all together.
You know, I don't eat meat, but this smells really good. Sorry, little piggy.
So we're going to take some of this out, stir it over our rice, get some peaches, some sauce. Yum. All right, a little bit more sauce. There we go. All right, we will add some green onions to the top of this.
Do you want me to keep the heat on?
You can turn it off and put the lid on. And some sesame seeds. And there we have it. Habanero, peach, pork belly, whiskey, butter, dinner. And dun dun dun.
Dun.
And
The
here comes our
taste
taster.
is in the building.
All right, there we go.
Let's see, listen, my wife made this, so it has to be good regardless. I don't have a choice. Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. I'm so excited, brother.
Hot.
Because I never cook meat at home, so he's desperate.
Oh my God. Bye.
Bye. So, Claire, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on the show. I
Thank you very
apologize. I didn't know about
That's
your
totally cool.
pescatarian history.
That's totally cool.
We're blaming that on Sunny.
100%.
But I loved having you on the show. And if you haven't been to Frisky Business, it's in the
Rimrock Plaza.
Rimrock Plaza
where
right in Palm
Bonds is,
Springs,
yeah.
right where Bonds is. My favorite store. Hi, Heather and all my friends at Bonds. They are amazing. Every time I go in the store to get everything, they're all like, "What are you cooking for your show tonight?" So I know Gage is watching, and Heather and all the folks at Bonds, so thank you for
Then
your
you
support.
need to come and buy coffee from my place.
Come, are you affected by the coffee prices? What's going on? Yes.
I've been absorbing it. I did not raise my rates, but yes,
It's getting tough, isn't it?
it's getting tough. But
Go visit Frisky Business, adopt a cat. If you don't want a cat, go to the shelter, adopt a dog.
and even just come and have coffee and come and chat.
Come and
with
have
me.
coffee and say hello to Claire, and she'll tell you all about her experience here at Neighbors Cooking
Yes.
and about the things she does in the community. And thank you, Joe and Sunny and Randy and Rick over there on the couch for coming. We appreciate you coming. Remember, at Neighbors Cooking, there is always a place for you at our table. We appreciate you following us, clicking like, go over to YouTube and check out all of our recipes. And until next week, we'll see you back here in the kitchen. Have a great week.
Bye.
Thanks.